Good morning. Okay, I want to clarify about what I've been making my statements about us being a Native Americans, American Indians, and um, how I feel about Africa. Don't get it twisted. I got African DNA in me. I got East African, West African, and South African DNA within my body as well. The points I'm making is not about whether or not I like Africa or like Africans. It's the point of right now we're going through this Black Lives Matter and we're going through all these riots. And as you see, it ain't even black people that's out there rioting. It's white folks. Mostly. You seen that in that recent riot that they had. All the people that got arrested were white. And the man who got shot, the two men who got shot, they were white. And then you see people, the so-called KKK, call themselves or white nationalists or whatever the hell they are. They call themselves talking about this is America and we're not going to stand for this when they are the immigrants. You understand? This is the reason why I say this. And they always say, when somebody black says, oh, I don't like how I'm being treated here. They always say, well, you don't like it, whether you can leave. Well, I don't have to leave my homeland. This is where I'm from. And they're running a gang. They are immigrants. And there's other people too, because I've seen Asian people call themselves playing Karen and try to check somebody and tell them what the fuck to do. There's a whole lot of immigrants to this country that are either first or second generation or even third, fourth, or fifth generation. But they know they are immigrants. And they over here on that, oh, if you don't like it, leave it. We didn't made it good here. Well, motherfucker, you owe us rent. Motherfucker. Y'all talking about... you don't want to hear no Black Lives Matter, take your motherfucking ass back to where the fuck you came from. Because all the people that they're calling black, the real people they're calling black in this country are the Native Americans, which are the so-called, the people they're calling African American right now. And that's why I put all that shit in check when I address it. Because there are Africans here too playing that bullshit, playing that black shit. Talking about they're black men. They ain't no black men and they know that shit. They're African and they're immigrants. And they need to respect the fact that they're in somebody else's homeland. If I had my ass over in Africa, I'd have to respect that shit, that's where they're from. They feel like they're over here and they know how to speak English, so therefore they could do it and say whatever they want to anybody. And they're basically playing the black people in America. All these different races are calling themselves playing us, because you have to remember, these people come from somewhere. They have a culture. They have land. They have a place where their tribal ancestors are from. Some of them are warned where they was kicked out of where they're from, and that's why they over here. They're refugees and shit. And they don't want to fucking act like that's the deal. They want to act like they came over here to make it big in America. Well, everybody needs to realize when somebody come over here to make it big in America, they're coming over here to take advantage of the American Indians. They're coming over here to take advantage of the fact that the American Indians do not realize who they are, because so many people got their head fucked up. And then you got people who are black, whatever the fuck kind of black they are, whatever mix they are, and they talking shit about Africa, talking shit about they're from Africa. That causes a problem. Your ass ain't from Africa, and even if you think you are, you need to sit your ass down somewhere and shut the fuck up, because the fight is for the people who owns the land. As long as they can make you think you from somewhere else, they can keep on running this land. Because as you know, Kamala Harris ain't from here, and that bitch got her ass up there trying to be a part of the motherfucking political system. And she been doing fucked up shit to black people since she been in the political system already. As well as Biden. I don't know about Trump. I ain't really seen no evidence that Trump doing shit to black people. He just supposedly supposed to be racist and talk a lot of shit. And he a white boy with money. And he was a slum lord or whatever the fuck. But these other people, they've been in government for a while. And they've been fucking over black people for a while. And they talk about their offices and wherever they're doing as if this is their country of origin or their homeland, and it's not. And black people are going along with that because they're not addressing the fact that this is their homeland. And it make you sound like a punk. It make you sound like a fucking punk not to want to stand up for your homeland. You know how crazy that sounds to people from foreign countries? That's why they over here playing games with us, acting like this is their shit. And they know goddamn well that's not their shit. A lot of them ain't even native to this continent. That's why I always say, this is the Mexicans' homeland too. Don't get it twisted, okay? Because the so-called country of Mexico is right next to us. And the borders were farther up north than, they are now. Or they're you know what I'm trying to say. Basically what I'm trying to say is a lot of these people don't have a right to say shit. The only people they need to be speaking up right now is the so-called black people who are the original American Indians, the Native Americans, which are the mixed Asiatic, Mongoloid, or whatever, Siberian mixed people here, and the Mexicans. We're the only ones that need to be saying something about what goes on in this country. Everybody else is a fucking guest here, and they need to act like a guest. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're from Africa. I don't care if you're from the so-called islands. You a guest because you have a place where you're from. You have a place where you've been at, where your culture is. Your culture is not here on the mainland. And everybody got their ass over here making a lot of money. The money that they're spending, the money that they're flossing with and buying shit with came from this continent. Okay? So that's where I'm at with it. And that's why I say what I say. I just want to clarify. Because I'm aware I do have African DNA. I'm just talking about my cultural heritage here. My culture is not African, period. My culture is American Indian. Like I told you, my grandparents were on reservations or they were in tribal atmospheres here. And some of them mixed in with foreigners, with immigrants. But that doesn't take away from the fact that their asses are American Indian. And when you say your ass is African or came off an African slave ship, you're making it seem like you're a displaced person. So you got immigrants here from Africa. Their asses are refugees. They was brought over here for protection. They're getting treated good in this motherfucker. They're getting tax breaks. They got businesses. They get to live all up in a motherfucking house together on Section 8. Ain't nobody fucking with their ass. But if your ass is from here and your ass is a so-called African American, you getting dogged out and killed in the street like it ain't nothing. How many times do you see somebody African getting shot up by the police? Somebody from Africa. How many times do you see that? You don't see it. So they don't have the same issues we have. Like I said, the only time they have the same issue is when they get mistaken for being one of us. Okay? So let's not, let's not keep on trying to take somebody else's culture, and these people don't respect us. And it's just what it is, and they don't. And I build with them. I work with them. I went and studied their culture. I did the African dance with them. I was engaged to an African. I was in love with another African that was, and these people they were immigrants. They were new here. Like, they was born in Africa type shit. So I know how they feel about us. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying this just to me, making assumptions. I'm telling you what I know, how they talk about black people, because they talk bad about black people. They feel like black people is dumb as fuck and they can't get ahead in their own country. And they know damn well we're being held back. Okay? So I just want to say that and clarify my feelings. Okay? So peace and love.